Everybody, welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. Time for our WNBA two-pack with Ramon Scott. Find his screen plays over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's been on a tear here the last 7 days. 888 units of profit in the green from the major sports: MLB, soccer, NHL, MMA. Let's ring in right now. Ready to roll with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, been a good run. Heavy volume, had a little bit ups and downs, but still kept the streak going here. Pretty okay day on Wednesday. We're heading into the weekend here. We'll look at a couple more games for you in the WNBA tonight.
All right, here we go. We begin here with the Wings at the Sky here. The Sky 4.5, total 160.5.
Yeah, and talk about a league of haves and have-nots right now. This is what it feels like, and you have two teams that are definitely spiraling here a little bit with well, at least they get to play each other. Someone's going to win with the Wings here, an underdog against the Sky. The Wings have plenty of injury woes right now, and an 8-game losing streak. Not to mention now the key of this game is going to be the questionable status of Arike Agumbawale, the star of the Dallas uh, Wings here. The 24 points per game scorer, still with that ankle injury. He's missed just one game. I would actually, she's a pretty tough player. Uh, I would expect they will be in there tomorrow in this game. Uh, Maybe the line is indicating that Agumbawale will miss, but track record says maybe Agumbawale makes this game. I'm certainly going to look to have here the Wings of allowing 86 points per game. That's been a big problem too. But like I said, injury woes here. Maddie Segrist, who's been playing very, very well, stepping up her game, also is probably out for this game. So for Chicago, they've lost 4 straight. They just lost to the Indiana Fever. They're kind of going downhill here right now as well. They did move Kennedy Carter into the starting lineup. She scored 18 points in that game against Indiana, but they're struggling here, but still going to be favored. Now, Dallas here, they lost seven of their losses in this losing streak, 7 in a row, have been by 7 or more points. I just think here, Tony, they have a team that they will be able to compete against. They'll have to get out of each other's way, it feels like, in this one. The Wings have covered 5 of the last 7 trips here into Chicago. I'm going to grab these points. I am hoping that Agumbawale is in this game. That is my premise here, actually, but I'll still roll with them because I've got 2 bad teams. The teams met twice earlier in Dallas, first week of the season, actually, and they split the 2 games. These teams have had higher expectations at that time and now are just going to be scrambling here to try to get back into the chase before the break, Tony. So I'll take Dallas here, grab these points against the Sky. I think the Sky, they really have some of the biggest issues right now that they have to work through at this point. Most of them being mentally competitiveness and staying focused. Right now, the team is pretty lost on the court.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his best bets, Wings and Sky. The pick will be the Wings here, plus 4.5. Note the start time, noon Eastern time. School's out. You're going to start seeing some of this midweek, early afternoon game. All right, guys, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 20% off all premium pick packages. Let's continue here on our WNBA 2-pack here with Ramon as we get ready here for the next game on the board. All right, Sparks at Liberty here. Liberty 14.5, total 164.5. Tragic injury for the Sparks.
Yeah, really a bummer here. See the top pick of the Sparks sidelined here now for the rest of the season. Cameron Brink, the Stanford rookie, who, definitely, all these rookies, Tony, they pretty much passed the test. Man, great class. Maybe they were overhyped. Doesn't look like it. It looks like all the rookies have come through in this class. Unfortunately, Brink here with an ACL injury will miss the remainder of the season. Only got basically a quarter of the season. It also will shake things up a little bit. Still to see what they're going to do with the United States Olympic, your favorite, Tony, the 3-on-3 basketball that Brink has been a great player in, actually. Even though she's a young player, she's already a proven world champion in 3-on-3 basketball. So maybe, some other players, if you know what I mean, could sneak in. Now, there are some sets of rules that allow certain players to play the 3-on-3, but that's for the U.S. Olympic Committee to decide. Just a little side there for Brink because she is such an important part to the team and to the United States in general. So, also, though, injury news here for New York, Tony, maybe a little bit overlooked by everyone, but Courtney Vandersloot going to miss the star guard here for the Liberty. So, without Brink, though, Tony does certainly change the complexion defensively. She definitely is an imposing presence there with her height and a top shot blocker. Now, shot block shots only account for a couple of changes per game, but everything else changes too when you go inside against a player like Brink. This is a back-to-back games here for these two. They'll also meet on Saturday. LA comes in off of a loss to Connecticut. 79-70 was when the game they lost. Brink played pretty okay, I'd say, in that game, but it was the fourth straight loss for LA. New York 12-3. They're off of a loss. Remember, Tony, they had won 8 straight before their loss to Phoenix. They were pretty much on a roll, on a pretty big high, and maybe that was a bit of a letdown. But I would just think the complexion of this game changes a little bit, certainly without Brink. And Liberty, we know that they are, pretty strong offensively. I've questioned their defense, despite how good they are. They do tend to try to outshoot teams a little bit, outplay teams. They average 86 points per game. So I'm going to go over here at 164. Liberty favored by 14 here. The increase that's already built in, I would think, with the loss of Brink here, Tony. So let's stay with the total and go over 164 on Thursday night.
All right, well, Scott, click the link below for his premium picks, Sparks and Liberty, to go over total of 164. All right, we got you through this two-pack from the WNBA for the card on Thursday. Now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpicks.com. A 9-game card for Major League Baseball action here from the W as well. See, Ramon, great results over the last 7 days. What do you have going over at Tony Spicks?
Well, I don't know, Tony. I see my number there at plus 888. Anybody who's a gambler knows I should be heading right over to the casino here right after this segment and work on some of my, I don't know, pie gal maybe we'll start with and stay over to the games. Anyways, join me over here at TonySpicks.com. I'm kidding you. I'm going to be handicapping this Major League Baseball card. We got a matinee card, so please, everyone, be aware. If you're watching this video, you may be closing in on game time in Major League Baseball. So check me out over at TonySpicks.com for early action on Thursday, getaway day for many of the series here. So not only the WNBA in action and early with that Wings Sky game, but Major League Baseball. So check me out. Let's get the winning done early here on Thursday, Tony. We're on a pretty good streak here. Maybe we ran into a little bump in the road in the WNBA, but we're going to get it back here. My proven track record here on the site. So join me over at TonySpicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine. Let's roll you into the weekend. Let's go Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Grab the 3-day all sports pass and ride with me here into the weekend. You see it there, $99, but you punch in that promo code TonyT at checkout. That's going to save you. That's how you support me here on the channel, and you're going to get a lot of great plays over the next 3 days. I would imagine I would probably be able to at least take this one above 20 over the next 3 days. You get your money's worth with me. I'm a volume player. That's what I believe in, Tony. And we're going to be hitting it here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday over at TonySpicks.com. You see there's also a 7-day, 30-day pass available as well. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. And I will have Tony on Wednesday, a package of, on Thursday, pardon me, on Thursday package of games with our remaining games here as well. A 1-day package, if you will, that you still save 20% by using that promo code TonyT. It'll encompass all of my plays for the action on Thursday. Really just Major League Baseball, certainly, and the WNBA. We did roll a 3-1 also in Major League Soccer as promised on Wednesday, so I'll be in action there on Saturday. But mostly, also don't forget, Tony, there is a MMA card I want to mention for Saturday. So when you grab that 3-day all sports pass, you get one of my best sports here at TonySpicks.com with the UFC. And this week, Tony, they're in Saudi Arabia for the first time, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. For the card this weekend. Pretty good card. Tony, they originally sent the card over to the authority there in Saudi Arabia, said, "We're coming. You paid your money. We're coming with the UFC." And the authority sent it right back and said, "You pick some better fighters and come back in a few months." And they did. So we know who's calling the shots there. There'll be a nice MMA card because they have to. That's what the authority said there in Riyadh this weekend. So early card too on Saturday because of the time factor there. So make sure you're on board early on Saturday in the UFC. So join me over here, big weekend, Tony. We're not going to run out of sports here at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Get both Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results from Ramon. All sports combined in the last 7 days. Click the link in the description, land on Ramon's page, and go ahead and get signed up. Keep an eye on the multi-packs. Of course, the 3-day pass will get you through Saturday, so the MMA card will be there. Or the 1-day passes, which are profit guarantee. The 1-day passes, your best bets, the must earn a profit or the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee on the 1-day passes. And whatever you choose, remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save the 20% off. Click the link in the description, land here, and get signed up. All right, guys. Remember, Ramon hosts the Morning Steam live 9 a.m. Eastern Time here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. A free pick from every game from the major board as well as peripherals. It's a chat-driven show, so we invite the chat to chime in with their picks and suggestions. Morning Steam 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also archives on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Hit the live tab, so if you want to catch it on your drive to work, or if you got some time there throughout the afternoon, check it out. Ramon, I'm Tony T, and we'll talk tomorrow.